welcome to another painting video. In this video, I'll be painting another awesome Moonestone box set called Eternal Servitude. Seriously, all the models from the shades of Moonreach are absolute bangers, and these are no exception. I especially love the model of Igor, but Victor and Viscount are great too. Igor and Victor even give me some opportunities to play around with some OSL effects. Let's get started, shall we? First, after priming the models black, I give them a spray of royal purple from Pro Acryl to tint the shadows purple. Next, I spray a zenithal of red gray, also from Pro Acryl, over the models to bring out their details. Alright, let's start with Victor Petty, the Gravedigger. We'll start with his clothes. His shirt gets a base coat of gargoyle gray from the army painter. Then I shade it with Targor Raid Shade to bring out that purple shading. I layer back gargoyle gray, which restores the base color and lightens the shirt. Next, I mix gargoyle gray with Brainmatter beige to finish off the dirty white shirt. His pantaloons are painted with dryad bark, then layered with a mix of dryad bark and gargoyle gray. And I layer once more by adding even more gargoyle gray to the previous mix. Using the previous mix we made for his clothes, I'll base coat his scarf as well. Then I layer on Averland Sunset on the raised areas. And highlight the scarf with dirty yellow. Next, using Tainted Garden, I draw thin lines to create a pattern on the scarf. I repeat this process with Doombull Brown to enhance the pattern with more lines and colors. This scarf will provide a spot of warm color on an otherwise cold looking model. For the cloak and hat, I'll keep it simple. I'll start by base coating them with Dark Reaper. Then I layer on Thunderhawk Blue. I highlight with a mix of Thunderhawk Blue and Pharisian Gray. I don't want the cloak to look too bright here. Let's add some non-metallic metal effects to the shovel and lantern. I base coat them with Deep Gray. Then I shade them with Nuln Oil. I bring back Deep Gray on the raised areas where the light would hit. Next, I layer on Uniform Gray. Then I layer Ash Gray, with each layer getting progressively smaller to focus the light reflection. Finally, I highlight with Company Gray to get a nice non-metallic effect. I want the skin to be illuminated by the lantern he's holding. This means the top areas will be in shadow and the bottom will be lit. I first base coat the face with a mix of Deep Gray and Bugman's Glow. Then I add more Bugman's Glow to the previous mix and start highlighting, focusing where the lantern light will hit. I repeat the process with Bugman's Glow. Next, I mix Bugman's Glow with Kislev Flesh to create the first highlight. I finish with a highlight of Kislev Flesh to make it look like his face is illuminated from below. He looks quite eerie now. The light coming from the lantern will have a base of flickering flame. I layer on Glowing Inferno, followed by inner light to give the glow a nice bright sheen. The OSL surrounding the lantern will be base coated with molten lava. I apply it to the lantern and to Victor himself, just logical places where the light would reflect. I layer on burning ore and highlight with lava orange. All these colors are from the army painter. And that's Victor done. Let's continue with Igor the Servant. Let's start with the biggest area, which is his robe. I base coat the entire robe with gargoyle gray. Next, I take Turnbull turquoise from the John Blanche army painter set and water it down heavily with Lamia medium. I then give the entire robe a wash. This creates a great base for an eerie dark shade. I bring back a gargoyle gray on the raised areas of the robe and start highlighting. To build up the highlights, I take my previous color, gargoyle gray, mix in Brainmatter beige and highlight again. I add even more Brainmatter beige to the mix and repeat the process. Finally, I highlight with pure Brainmatter beige. I keep these highlights concentrated near the areas where the candlelight would hit the model. To paint a pale-looking face, I base coat with blue horror. You'll need about 3 coats to get an even coverage. I then shade the skin with Griff Charger Grey, which gives a nice muted tone. Next, I build up the color. I mix blue horror with Palace Witch flesh and start layering it on. I add more Palace Witch flesh to the mix and layer again, mainly using a stippling motion. This creates texture on the skin, which in my opinion looks a lot more interesting than a smooth layer. With a mix of Emperor's Children and Palace Witch flesh, I bring little life to the skin by painting the areas where the blood is close to the surface, like the nose, ears and gums. I give the skin a final recessed shade with a watered down Coelia Greenshade to enhance the shadows. I paint the candle holder with Tainted Gold. This is a really cool pale looking gold, perfect for this ghoulish character. I shade with Voodoo Shade, which makes the candle holder look grimy and dirty. Then I give it a small highlight with a mix of Tainted Gold and Mithril Silver. The candles themselves are painted with Ushabti Bone. I highlight with Screaming Skull, making sure some of the original base coat still shows through for deeper shadows. The light from the candles is painted with Inner Light. I also add this to the model to create an OSL effect. I highlight the light with Icy Yellow, which gives a different vibe than Victor's light. This one is much colder and paler. Next, I mix Glowing Inferno and Inner Light to paint the outer edges of the OSL, darkening them a bit. I repeat the process with Glowing Inferno on the outermost edges. Finally, I mix Shyish Purple, Leviathan Blue, and Lamia Medium. I apply this mix to areas of the model that are furthest from the light source to make it appear shrouded in shadow. And that's Igor. Let's continue with the last model of the set. Painting the Undead Unicorn gave me quite the challenge. I started with one idea, pivoted and repainted it, then decided to return to the original idea. At that point I lost footage and dealt with other shenanigans. So with limited footage I'll tell you how I painted the unicorn. First, I base coated the entire unicorn skin with Blanched berry to enhance the purple burgundy tone. I then layered Mulberry, all from the army painter, on the raised areas. I made a mix of moldy wine and Slaanesh grey to enhance the layers. Building up the pale purple, I highlighted the skin with Slaanesh grey. And added a final highlight of Slaanesh grey mixed with Palette Switch flesh. For the exposed fleshy bits, I base coated with Kislev flesh. I layered with a mix of Kislev flesh and Flayed One flesh. I shaded with Berserker Bloodshade to make it look irritated. Cut back the Kislev flesh and Flayed One flesh mix to layer the raised areas. And I highlighted with pure Flayed One flesh. Finally, I added a shade of Dreadful Visage to make the flesh look more gross. Let's paint a fancy coat. I base coated with Ahriman Blue. I shaded with Targor Raid Shade. Now I do use this shade constantly with these models, but it just works so perfectly. Then I started layering. First was a mix of Ahriman Blue and Temple Guard Blue. Then I layered with Temple Guard Blue. And finished with a highlight of Temple Guard Blue mixed with Baharroth Blue. This created a fancy coat that adds a fun spot color to the model. His boots and any other object on the models I want black are painted with Corvus Black. Layered with deep gray and highlighted with uniform gray. I'm giving each character here a different skin tone. For Viscount, I base coated his face with Ghost Blaster Green. I shaded with Coelia Greenshade, then layered with a mix of Ghost Blaster Green and Blue Horror. I highlighted with Blue Horror. And finally added some Dreadful Visage to make the skin look pale green, just like a proper ghoul should have. And here we have the Eternal Servitude set for Moonestone. What a great set it is. And the models are great in game too. I especially like Igor and Victor. I still have loads of Moonestone models to paint, but as for what the next video will be, I'm not sure yet. I'm taking suggestions. In the meantime, be sure to follow me on Instagram, where I will post pictures of current projects and behind the scenes stuff. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thanks for watching.